We got to talk about some new developments and a big step forward in protecting babies from RSV before an expected surge of the virus this fall.
Well, just today, the FDA approved a new drug aimed at keeping babies from getting infected with the highly contagious respiratory virus. Health and wellness reporter Lauren Petty joining us now with much more. This is exciting.
Big news for families, and especially because this drug was tested right here in Chicago. And we talked to one of the doctors who supervised that clinical trial. He says there are a couple more steps that have to happen, but the drug should be available before RSV peaks yet again.
Babies under 24 months are expected to have new protection against RSV this fall.
It's a welcome news, but it's not surprising news. We were very confident that the data from the clinical trial was very positive, and the FDA agreed.
Lurie Children's Hospital, one of the clinical trial sites for the drug now approved by the FDA. Beyfortus is the brand name for nirsevimab, a monoclonal antibody administered as a one-dose shot that would protect infants through RSV season, which in our area is typically November through March.
We're really hopeful that this will become an option in the fall. There are still several steps that have to happen.
The CDC still has to issue guidelines for the new drug, and distribution details have to be worked out. But Dr. Muller is optimistic this will help protect our youngest children.
The FDA approval is for every baby under age 1 going into their first RSV season, and then for some babies who have high-risk conditions that might predispose them to more severe disease going into their second RSV season.
To be a part of something that's going to help hundreds of kids, thousands of kids is awesome.
We spoke to Devin Lindsay in March 2022 after she enrolled her daughter Cameron in the clinical trial through Lurie. Devin had heard terrible stories from friends whose babies had RSV.
It was pretty traumatizing. I mean, they were hospitalized or they were very sick for days and days.
Beyfortus reduced the risk of RSV infection between 70 to 75%.
It's very safe and it appears to be very effective. And there is clearly a need. I think we experienced last RSV season that we can have some pretty significant surges that not only lead to a lot of disease, but actually really impact hospitals' ability to care for patients.
And any parents eager to protect their kids now will have to wait just a bit longer. There is no timeline at this point for when the CDC will weigh in, but Dr. Muller told us he expects this will be a priority so as many kids can get this drug before RSV ramps up again. The season typically November until March.
Had a big problem last season, too, for a lot of kids. Thank you so much, Lauren. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Lauren.